Why do you oppose cannabis legalization? Most people assume that cannabis is fairly benign.
Right. Well, legalization doesn't really mean an adult smoking a joint in the privacy of their own home and sort of falling asleep. I don't really care about that. What it means is mass commercialization and promotion of a drug that is a completely different product than what it was for thousands of years, up until about 20 years ago. Today's marijuana has been genetically bred and engineered to be so highly potent. It's really damaging the brain and the rest of the body in ways that we've never seen before. So I'm worried when we hand it over to addiction profiteers that want to promote use because they're trying to make money.
Tell me more about the harms associated with cannabis legalization and cannabis use.
Well, because THC is the active ingredient which, binds to the receptors in the brain and all over the body, that THC has, as I said, been genetically bred up in the plant at astronomical levels, up to 99.9% pure. That is so different than the marijuana of 20 years ago, which averaged 5 to 4%. There was no 99% shatter; it didn't exist. All of these new products that are so highly potent are a result of cannabis legalization. They're a result of companies being able to work out in the open. And the thing is, we're now seeing the dangers with regards to psychosis and schizophrenia, with regards to learning, memory, driving, things that we're seeing at levels much higher than we ever have before.
And what kind of research substantiates the claims that these considerable harms are associated with the use of these new strains of cannabis?
Well, there's so much. There's tens of thousands of peer-reviewed studies all over the world. King's College London is really leading the charge on the psychosis and schizophrenia link. Of course, we knew the schizophrenia link in the mid '80s when the very famous Swedish conscript study found tens of thousands of people is what they were looking at, and they found that the more you used marijuana, the more likely you were to get schizophrenia. That was kind of the beginning of that research, which is now, like I said, being carried over by Sir Robin Murray and his wife, brilliant woman Marta DeForti out in King's College. They're showing that if you use today's highly potent marijuana regularly, you're 5 times more likely to develop a psychosis. That number we don't have for any other drug, including methamphetamine. It's really levels we've never seen before, and it's very much underappreciated today.